You know what time it is? It's the fun time. Yes, it's time for seeds. It's time to order them, time to think about them, time to look at seed porn catalogs. And we're going to talk about what I just got in the mail, which is my True Leaf Market order. And here's what I got and why. The first thing I picked up, this is a hat tip to Michelle, my best friend, who is a way better gardener than I am. And she uses coco coir mixed with her seed starting soil in order to lighten that soil up. And I'm going to try that because she does better with her seed starting than I've been doing with mine. I do okay, but I don't think it's going as well as it could. So we're gonna try her method. Now I also picked up some flowers and some fun stuff. The first flower I picked up is purely a nod to nostalgia. I grew up in Colorado. These are blue Colorado columbine. They're a perennial, and I don't think deer like them. So I probably won't put any in my garden. I might, you know how that goes, but I have a vision of having them planted around in a few places where we don't mow, obviously, and just having a little bit of a nod to my childhood. So that part's fun. I also picked up a whole bunch of petunia seed. I want to grow my own hanging baskets of petunias. I've been buying them from nurseries for years. My hanging basket game has been a dud. I think I can do better. So I'm going to try it this year, and I'm promising before you and God and everybody, I'm promising that I'm going to do better. One thing, I'm going to amend my hanging basket soil with some coco coir to lighten that soil up. I'm going to pay attention to those baby petunia plants and prune them so that I get fuller plants. And I'm going to quit being so stingy about how many plants I put in a pot. Up to now, I think I've been kind of thinking, oh, three plants would be fine. Well, last year, when I emptied the hanging baskets that I got from the nursery that were so gorgeous, there were a lot more than 3 plants in there. So, lesson learned. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I also picked up some other flowers, just fun stuff for my garden. I picked up asters, which do so beautifully. I picked up the Harmony Mix stock. If you have a cottage garden or a potager garden or just flower beds, add stock. It's a shorter vertical flower, smells wonderful, kind of sweet and spicy like cloves. Very, very cottage garden charming, pretty stuff. So add stock. Picked up pink geranium. Everybody loves geraniums. I picked up straw flowers. Now I've saved a ton of straw flower seed from my flowers last year, but these are different colors than the ones I got. I also picked up begonia. This one is a tuberous orange begonia, and I like to grow begonias on my front porch because it's in the shade from about 10 o'clock in the morning on. And that deep shade of the porch and the pop of color that the begonia provides, and it flowers beautifully in the shade. It's happy that way. Also picked up snapdragons. I had never really grown snapdragons much until last year, and I thought that because they're closely related to tomatoes, that they would also be frost tender, but apparently they're not, because there's one in a pot just outside this window, and it's still green and great, and it is January in Montana. And we have had days and days where the temperature stayed around 20 degrees or less. It's gotten down into the single digits, and it's fine out there. So I think I'm definitely going to be growing more of that. I also picked up, on the practical side, I picked up a pound of Blue Lake pole beans. Now, I grow pole beans because we have a slug problem, and the bush beans are too easily breached by the slugs. And I just think the Blue Lake variety is the beaniest, old-fashioned bean flavor of all the beans. It's my favorite. I picked up some creeping thyme because I like the way that smells. I want to plant some around the rocks that we have so it can fill in the spaces, and when you step on the rocks, it smells good. This one, you might not be familiar with this. Maybe you are. If you've seen it and you haven't bought it before intentionally, you've probably seen it on your plate at a restaurant as a garnish or around the containers on a salad bar, resting on the ice, the frilly edged green leaf that you get, endive. And it's delicious. It's delicious. Don't throw it away. It's so good. Now you can pick it as baby greens and just add it to a salad. It's great that way. My favorite way to eat this is the way my Dutch mama made it, and that is to add it to your mashed potatoes. Incredibly easy. When your potatoes are almost done cooking for mashing, you just chop up some endive, throw it in there, cook it with the potatoes while they finish. Then you just mash it with the potatoes. Add your butter, of course. You knew that. Butter, salt and pepper, and mash it. It's great. Now, you can add cheese. You can add heavy cream. You can add sour cream. You can add crumbled bacon or a little bit of garlic and onion. You can add maybe some slices of like a Polish sausage or some other kind of cured sausage and have a fantastic, just one dish meal. Complete comfort food. Really good for you. High in a lot of vitamins. Don't throw it away. Endive. Super good for you. Last one. No laughing. No laughing. Yeah, it's a tomato, another tomato. I know that I've talked about the Montana Mystery Tomato that I've been growing for several years now, and it does great. We got the seed, well, I got tomatoes from a very sweet local lady who's been growing these tomatoes, her family, so long that they don't remember the name of the tomato. They just call it the tomato. It was given to them by a neighbor they had from Italy somewhere. And it's a paste tomato that grows on a determinate plant, very stocky, buckets of fruit, just buckets of tomatoes. It's so prolific. It does great. But it's a determinate. So I have a problem with slugs, like I mentioned, and the slugs can get all over the entire plant. So I'm going to try something this year. I'm still going to grow those. I have some metal beds, and I'll grow some Montana Mysteries in the metal beds, and I'm going to put a copper tape around the top of the bed so the slugs won't cross into that. But I'm also going to try growing this one and see if I can if I get good results, I can save seed, because this is an indeterminate plant, and that means I can prune all those lower branches. And then what I do to prevent the slugs from getting on my tomatoes is I cut up a copper chore boy, one of those copper scrubbers, like a pot scrubber. You just untie it, stretch it out, cut it into rings, wear your safety glasses because little pieces of metal will go flying. And then you just put the copper around the base of the tomato plant. And then even if the rain or the sprinkler washes some soil up on it, there's still lots of copper showing and the slugs won't cross it. So that is my plan. I'm going to try a different paste tomato. I'm going to go back to my favorite green beans. I do grow endive of other varieties, but this is one I'd like to try. I'm going to grow my own hanging baskets. I am. So yeah, it's time to start thinking about all of that. And this means that now I have the stuff I need to get started, at least on the flowers, so that they can be flowering as early as possible.